Karsten, a warm welcome from my side. Highly appreciated that you took time today to discuss about additive manufacturing and specifically on the area of digitalization. As you're an expert in designing the digitalization across the whole value chain, I wonder, I'm remembering a meeting we had where we count the number of different softwares used for the whole value chain, and the incredible number of 80 different software tools being used kept in my mind. So how do you see that, and what is your outlook?
This is an interesting observation. I think we need to state it was a consortium of many companies, and if you look in a workflow for additive manufacturing, you normally have three major areas. One is the product design, one is the production planning, and then the production engineering. And if you look now in companies we work with, they have a lot of legacy tools. They have single island tools in these areas, where through the last 5 to 10 years a new student comes from university and you just pick up what you have. And by that, I think in a company sometimes you have up to 20 software tools. For each and every step a different tool, which is not a problem in the first space, but if you want to scale and if you want to earn money and you would want to do traceability and you're looking for integrated quality processes, then you run into trouble, because how can you trace throughout the whole process if you always import from one silo software into the next silo software? Actually, this is more or less our mission to solve this issue, and we started some years back with Siemens software to really develop this integrated solution. We don't develop each and every software by ourselves, so if there's something good at the market, we integrate it and we make it available that this is integrated. But at the end, it's of utmost importance to have really this seamless integration. Just one example, if you find out in a simulation that the part might be designed a little different, how to go back and forth between the software tools without losing any parameters of the design. And the same happens in the production and the quality. If you have a quality tool, how can you then compare the quality of the tool with the design as constructed? And this is what we support and we develop here with Siemens NX, SimCenter, Teamcenter, and all these products. This is really integrating the workflow, making it efficient, and by that it's offering companies like you to be much more productive in this workflow. Yeah?
And I wonder, an important role for this digital chain are the printer manufacturers. So I wonder, when you think about corporations, collaboration, how would you describe your collaboration and cooperation with the printer manufacturers?
So without software and digitalization, it won't work. But at the end, the engineer at the first part of the design probably needs to have already his interface in the software to the machine. Because if you design something and you will learn later on it's not printable, so it's a misery. Therefore, I think we have more than 50 partnerships in different levels already in place. It only works in collaboration. So what does it mean? This means we're getting some data from the machines, we incorporate it in the software, that similar like your PowerPoint and your Word document, you need to select in the software which kind of printer you will have, and then based on that a print job file is generated in the software according to the needs of this printer. And this is coming more and more and makes life easier for the machine user and the production side to have the interface between the software and the printer. For sure, printer are different. Build chamber, processes, one laser, multiple lasers. Therefore, there is not one fits all print job file. So you need to intelligently incorporate printer solutions into the software, and then other solutions are unified and work with this kind of technology.
And how far are you in combining, linking now also the post-processing steps to the core process of printing?
There are, I would say, two levels of automation. One level of automation is on the shop floor, where you, instead of manually depowdering, you want to have an automated depowdering. Instead of manually cooling, you will have an automated process to control the cooling. You may have HEVs and stuff like that in the future. This is one of our topic in regard of automating on the shop floor. But then there is a second, more the IT layer of the automation. Still in the past, people have done support structures manually. They have done nesting in the machine manually. They have done topology or convergent modeling manually. And we are as well automating this part of the software chain, that at the end the software will do the support structure best suited to the lowest kind of deformation. The software will do the best improved structure by iterations and fully automated. I think automation plays as well a huge role in the IT space from the whole workflow, like it happens as well for individualization. You can't afford to have an engineer for each orthesis, so all the design workspace and the design workflow needs to be automated as well in this regard as on the shop floor.
When you think on the process again, the printing process itself, where do you feel are the most challenging processes to get them supported by digital solutions?
So I think there's still a lot of room we can do more in the simulation space. So if we now bundle the knowledge from someone like you using machines and producing parts, from the machine builder, from the powder, the material supplier, and incorporate this into the simulation, we can still develop, and this is first solutions are coming into the market right now, to have more intelligent paths, that the laser path probably depends on the geometry. It will be dynamic in future instead of just constant for the whole build shop. You have probably the possibility in future to monitor your printer with edge solutions and database and feedback this into the simulation. And these are topics where in this cross-disciplinary collaboration, I think we have a big room to improve this topic as well, major in the simulation part of the software chain, and then combine this with the machine and the automation and the monitoring inside of the machine.
Are you already working on simulations on the gas flow in the chamber itself, or is it something with which you're still far ahead?
That's an interesting point, because we have simulations we're using for the additive flow optimized parts. So if you have now any kind of cooling chamber, you may use our software to improve the design for this.
Right.
But the exactly same software for fluid dynamic simulation you can use to simulate, for example, the pressure drop and how all these dust, laser spot and stuff happens in the machine. So even with that, we probably can improve the machine itself with printed parts by improved flow of these gas flow or stuff like that. So then it's really closing the loop that 3D printing helps us as an industry as well to improve machines or processes to a certain better quality standard. Yeah,
yeah, that's. I can only confirm and echo what you're saying. Also from our experience, the usage of the data provided by the machine is really also another interesting field where we just started to explore how we can benefit from those information. Thank you very much, Karsten, for joining, and I'm really looking forward to see us at the AMTC.